Alright guys, welcome to another Retro RC review. Today I have my 4x4 Explorer by New Bright, which honestly it is not a 4x4, it is a rear wheel drive only, wire controlled remote control car. This is always what you didn't want to see at Christmas, with wire. And you also didn't want to turn in reverse. If anybody remembers those, give me a like. But I had one of these as a kid. I had a blue one. It had the white letter tires on it, and I have not been able to find one. I found a green one though, and I've had this for years. I did take it out of the box once to play with it. This is New Bright Industrial Company 1992. Back when New Bright actually had really scaled, accurate RC cars, in my opinion, back in their good days. Because this actually looks like a Ford Explorer. The wheels are the correct size, it has the correct bottom trim package, the stickers, everything you would expect from a Ford Explorer. That looks really accurate. Now, instead of looking through this horribly damaged, faded, disgusting cardboard box with a plastic window, let's pull this thing out. The car is out of the box, but we will have one last look at the box before we have the truck with the white letter tires that I had. Obviously you have forward, reverse, left and right steering, and working headlights, which I really wish they would continue to do on New Bright vehicles these days. Not enough of them have working headlights, and that was a really cool feature. The back of the box is actually in a lot better shape. I had this in my kitchen when I was still a bachelor and, you know, just collecting toys and arcade games, and, you know, I call those the stupid times, but whatever. Full function remote control, realistic all-terrain detailing, which I would call that an accurate assumption. That is a good looking truck. So, in the package, this is what you get. Obviously, back in the day, it would not be covered in dust. Wow, that is quite greasy from being in the kitchen. Damn, we're gonna have to wash that. But you have your remote sitting in here. You have the wire usually coiled up somewhere in the back, styrofoam packing, and one anchor held in with a Phillips screw. But check out the tires. There's some good looking tire tread on here. Now, my original truck, I got it from Walmart. I think it was 20 bucks. And I got the blue one with the white letter tires. And what I did with it was I would actually try to do rock crawling with it. I would pile up some of the blankets in the living room and slowly try to crawl over them, which was actually a lot of fun. That, and I would play Jurassic Park. I had the smaller T-Rex with the side cut out that you can pull the chunk of meat out. And I would have him rip the tires off and, you know, push it off the edge of the coffee table. You know, I had a blast with that thing. I really loved that truck, and I was very sad when my mom threw it away. I don't own anything from when I was a kid, so we have eBay. That's right, it's eBay. If you did not have a cool childhood, now you can. That was dumb. Alright, so what we should do is we should probably get this out of the box. Let's see if it still works, and have a good look at it. Fairly long-winded little screw in there. Alright, here it is finally out of that horribly squeaky packaging. Here's your remote control. Let's try to get some of the dust off, shall we? We have the forward and reverse control, which actually had a dial on it, which honestly they don't do anymore, and I kind of miss cool little details like this. Multi-function remote control. I love that they made it look like a hobby grade controller, like these actually did something, but they don't. But, I mean, just that little detail really was cool. They don't do stuff like that anymore. Fake screws and stuff like that. Now, here it is. This actually says 1990 on it. So, I guess that's when production started. Here is the battery compartment. Obviously as crisp and clean as it could possibly be, being brand new essentially. It says to use 4 UM3 batteries, so double A's it is. Whoa, something happened. I haven't tested this thing in, man, I'm gonna have to say 7 years or so. So there's a possibility it might not work completely. Now, so it doesn't run off of the bench, let me find something to just high center it on. I guess, how about this mount? Because I don't want to destroy this car. Oh yeah, the good old-fashioned noisy steering box that is not self-centering. Don't you just love that sound? And the slip drive. Sounds really good though. Pretty good little truck. If I remember correctly, this was actually a pretty torquey little dude, so let's see, is there something around here we can try to climb over, I guess? Package of batteries. Rechargeable battery. Let's see. It does not have proportional throttle, it's just full on, so yeah, that's quite powerful actually. It's actually kind of hard to hold it back. Funny story about new Bright RC cars. I had quite a large fleet of them as a kid that were wire operated like this. I had the number 2 Metro fire truck. I had this. I had there was a Corvette that I'm not able to find. It was a pretty big Corvette. It was orange and white on a wire, but it had like pop-up headlights, and I just can't find one. But when I do, I will have it again. But it was a plastic Fisher-Price wagon, and I sat in the wagon. I had all the cars at the end of their length, and I actually tied back the wires to they were all the same length. And I hit all of the forward buttons at once, and it pulled me up my driveway while I sat in the wagon. All the cars together were able to pull me up the driveway as a kid, and I checked the mail. I only did that a couple times, but I mean, these are things that RC cars are not going to really be able to do for me anymore, because I'm kind of heavy, you know. Rather realistic looking headlights. Underside of the car is pretty boring. The car says 1991, the remote says 1990, and I believe the box said what, 93? 92. So this thing's kind of a hodgepodge. They just kind of had parts sitting around everywhere, or that's just when they were actually able to make the molds and they just didn't change anything. But my gosh, this thing still smells like the 90s. Here, have a smell. I'm just kidding. Smell-o-vision's not a thing. But gosh. Now I was thinking about this one, because none of my kids are going to find this amusing, this car. I thought maybe it would be fun if I can find another one in the box first. But this one, since obviously the box is destroyed and the car is kind of greasy, it's not exactly mint anymore. I was thinking it would be fun to hobby grade this car. Put, wireless controls in it so I can get rid of the wire, for one, and have it hobby grade. Self-centering, digital proportional steering and throttle, and gosh, I don't think I'm going to be able to add suspension, because this car doesn't have suspension. So I'd have to have it as some kind of low-grade crawler, but it would be amusing. I guess I could always try to find an RC car that has suspension that's this width and try to graft the wheels onto it. But what do you guys think I should do? Should I just leave it alone? Because If I leave it in this decaying box, something's eventually going to happen to it. I might try to like wrap this in plastic or something and then put it back in the box. It'll look goofy, but it'll stay around. What should I do with this thing? Anyway. That was really fun. As you can tell, it would have been a lot of fun with the dinosaur just eating the tire and pushing it off the coffee table, blah, and, you know, fake children screaming and, you know, guy getting eaten off the toilet, all that stuff that kids thought were funny back in the day. So. Anyway, thanks for watching my Retro RC review of the Ford Explorer by New Bright, circa 1990, 91, and 92, because of the conflicting dates on truck, remote, and box. So, you can just kind of round it and say 91. That work for you? Anyway, give me a like if you like the content. As always, stay tuned for more, and I will see you guys next time.